Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be back. I have a little time before my next call, and I was looking at the poll that you all filled out, where I asked you what some of your biggest challenges were. And I'm just going to glance over here for a second. So, creating steady cash flow was the winner, and creating a following or a list or a tribe was number two. Enrolling clients in the sign up conversation was number three, and then niche, and then also a product that people want. So I'm going to go with number one, and number one was creating cash flow. So I'm going to tell you how I did this since January and what the results were. First, I looked at the people that I wanted to serve. Those are my ideal clients. And I knew that there was a need there for people who were starting to cross over into an online business, or they had been hitting their head against the wall. They might have spent a lot of money on other programs beforehand, but they weren't getting the results. I also knew that there's power in groups because it's very inspiring to hear other stories and to get more input than just from one. Anyway, so that was the first step. And I also knew that if I really wanted to get some cash flow going, I needed to have a price point that was appealing and easy for people to say yes. So I created my Powerful Experts Mastermind group for that very reason. So obviously the first week there was zero money in the bank for that particular program. And I'm happy to say now that that program right now is bringing in steady income of about $8,000 a month just from adding people to it. So I'm going to tell you how I did it. What you want is to obviously pick your need and your group, and you want to name your program. You want to make it 1 year enrolling. And I know some of you have told me, hey, Susan, I don't want to be committed. I want to do a 3-month group, or I want to do a 6-month group, or I want to do a 10-month group. Here's the problem. You start a group, and then the group ends, and then bam, your cash flow goes away. You start a group and you continue the group, and guess what happens? It scales, and people keep coming and coming and coming, and you have an open enrollment. Open enrollment is the key to cash flow. Some people might pay you full pay, which is nice to have, obviously, and others will opt for the payment plan. And a payment plan, which is once a month payment, and I would say to start somewhere between $99 and $200 a month is an easy price point for people to say yes to. I would have 2 sessions a month, which I think gives an awesome value. And you can add some other bonuses depending on what your niche is into that as well. So you start out, maybe you have 5 people paying you $200. 200 times 5 or 2 times 5 is $1,000. So now you have $1,000 in monthly revenue coming in. You add 5 more people, that's $2,000. You add 5 more people, and so forth and so on. And you can see how this scales. You might later, once you have accumulated some money over time, create a membership site with the recordings where everything can live. What I've done up until now is just email the recordings to the group. So I just grab them from my Zoom and I send the audios out, which is super awesome because people get, if they miss the group, then they actually have the audios. Now that I have some cash flow, I'm going to reinvest, and I'm going to make this group more robust. I'm going to have a landing site where all the recordings, pages, different documents where people can grab them and go, and a password for each person to get in, so it really feels private and nice. I also wouldn't spend any money on a sales page or having them built. I mean, if you're good at tech, then you can whip it up yourself on Lead Pages or something like that, then go for it. But if you're paying somebody to do that for you, do not build it before they come. It's not, forget what the name of the movie with Kevin Costner was, but you know that, build it and they will come. Well, yeah, design the group and they'll come, but don't build a landing page until you have some people and you have some money. Then you can reinvest and have a summary page. I just created the summary page for my mastermind. If you want to look at it, it's highlyprofitablepractice.com/mastermind. Now that was created after I already had 20 people enrolled in my program. I did not do that right away. So that I kept the cash coming, right? I just did a recent launch. I have, you can get in now. for the next, I think it's 5 days left, at the original price that I priced it at, which was $199 times 12, or a full pay of $19.97. And after that, the price is going to go up to $499 times 12, because look, I've already got a group that's successful, it's highly attended, people are getting a lot of value out of it, and now I can be like, okay, I'm going to change up the pricing, but I can also use this as a way to light a fire under people who are on the fence, who say, you know what, I've been thinking about doing this, but now I want to do that. What happened with that was, this week I got 5 new clients right away into that group with 1 email. So once you've done this, you really, really want to stay on it, okay? Enroll, 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 enroll. And then you will have monthly payments coming in that you can count on. You could actually look at your bank account and say, wow, you know, I've got $5,000 a month. It's coming in. It's just coming in. Or 10,000 or 15,000 as you scale up your group. And again, if you do this, don't try to get like a big ticket item to have cash flow. That's a lot of pressure. A lot of coaches will come in and say, I'm going to sign up 10 high-paying clients in 3 months. That's hard. Don't make it hard. Make it easy. Get your group going first. And don't worry about, oh, I've never done a group before. I'd rather start with one-on-one clients. Don't do that. Join a group that's of interest to you. Watch how the presenter does it. Learn from being in a group, and then go replicate that. A lot of the women in my Powerful Experts Mastermind group are doing just that. One woman was in my group for 1 or 2 months. She launched her own mastermind with 10 people. Another woman in my group launched a meditation program for mothers. Another woman in my program launched another group for women in their 50s. So they are watching me and what I do with the group and how it's structured, and then they're just going out and doing it. That is the fastest way to cash flow. I'm here to answer any questions that you have, so just post them in the chat there, and I will answer them. And if you're going to watch this later, which some of you may, then you can add to the stream here. But I'm telling you, of all the things I've ever done in my entire coaching career, the group coaching format, whether it was when I was a therapist, where I used to do a lot of group work, group psychotherapy. I had children's groups, mothers groups, all kinds of groups. It was leverage. It totally allowed me to have more time for myself, more time for my family, take on less individual clients, group all the like-minded people together, service them together. And let me tell you, the energy of a group is infectious. People want to come, they make friends. And then you can add on other bonuses as well. I'm doing a live mastermind at my home. I already did one in June. I'm doing it again in October. I've got it 3/4 full already, and it's not even October, and I've got people already got their seat savers from me. So once you get that thing, and it's always going back to what is something that I can teach or I can lead or I can do that fills a void. Somebody else might be doing it, and that's good, because if someone else is doing it and they're doing it at a higher level, like I know people that lead mastermind groups for $10,000 a year, $20,000 a year, $50,000 a year, and that's great for people who are already making $100K or have other monies that they can invest. But I know that there was a niche for people that weren't willing to spend that kind of money, or wanted to spend that kind of money, or it wasn't in their budget. So I found a need. And I knew that I could lead that because I have so much experience helping people get online, get their business going with their coaching programs. I love to brainstorm. I love to help you. And again, you want to just make sure that you are filling a need, a void, a vacuum that you can plug yourself into. Offer it at a very low price point so people will come. And in the beginning, if you have to give some buddy passes and negotiate with people a little bit, you don't want to leave any money on the table. Essentially, you want to welcome the universe who wants to be in your group. You want to welcome them in. You can make different arrangements for different people depending on their budgets. It's your business. You get to decide how you want it to do. And I would recommend that when you sign them up in person. Well, not face-to-face in person. Well, maybe on a video call, but on the phone. sending a link without them knowing you, or sending them to a page where it's not dynamic, it's not you. You're going to have a higher conversion rate if you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I have this brand new group and I want you to be one of the first members that joins it. I have special pricing for people who sign up this week. Don't you want to come? We're going to have such a blast. I'm going to introduce you to all my colleagues, all my friends. We are going to have an amazing year together. And again, it's a year to set yourself for recurring payments. It's a year, and it's a payment plan or a full pay. I mean, full pay is nice, but if you get full pay, don't spend it all right away. Put it away and know that that's part of your monthly income. And really, 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 really use your heart, like be loving with people. People see through salesy. They don't want that. They don't want to be sold to. People want to be offered an opportunity that's going to up-level their life, right? So I got to go. I got to do a bunch of calls for the rest of the day, but I was coaching someone this morning and this came up, and I really felt that I wanted to share this with you. Plus, in the poll that I asked you to do, this was the #1 question that you had. So go out and start a group. See you later.